However, is education another form of incarceration? Now, I want you to listen to your brother, whether you're white or black or Hispanic. What I have in my heart is good for all of you. Although I'm primarily interested in the suffering of my own people, yet all of humanity is lost, including white people. Now look at this. The father of Western educational philosophy, Hegel, Kant, and Dewey, all felt that blacks were inferior. Well, if that is what they believe, and they are the foundation of Western education because they are the philosophers that developed the philosophy out of which the education comes, then in order to preserve white supremacy, they must destroy a challenge to that. So the ancient history of the black man's contribution to civilization is buried. If the nose looks like our nose and some of those things, they break the nose off. If you go to the the museum in Cairo, Egypt, you will see the nose is gone. And the nose is gone on the Sphinx because it was your black nose. And white folk didn't want black folk to know that they were the origin of education and civilization. White folk already know this. They know you don't know. And ain't nobody going to tell you because they have to keep you asleep. I'm not talking about the white people that are professors and the white people that you meet. You know, they're like sort of harmless. You know, they have their function. They do what they do. And they try sometimes to be nice to you. Give you a ham sandwich and fix you up. Give you a loan. Give you a little loan at the bank and tell you how they really with you. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the boys at the top. And that's why the Bible said we war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and the rulers of the darkness of this world and spiritual wickedness that's up in high places. See, they already know that if they keep you asleep, white supremacy can continue to rule, and they will remain subhuman. You got to listen to what I said. So they will remain subhuman.
Let's have a real talk about education. We've been conditioned to believe that a cap and gown is the ultimate symbol of freedom. But Minister Farrakhan is asking the question we're all too afraid to voice. Is our education just another form of incarceration? We're sitting in classrooms built on philosophies that were never meant to liberate us. Think about it. The fathers of Western education, men like Hegel and Kant, didn't even believe you were human. They labelled you inferior from the jump. So why are we surprised when the system they built tries to bury our history and break the nose off our Sphinx? They know that if they keep you asleep, their version of supremacy continues to rule while you remain in a subhuman state. Keep us quiet while the real power moves are happening high above our heads. They've marked our foreheads and our hands with a culture of bestiality, turning us against our own elders and our own children. It's time to stop acting like a savage who has, lost the knowledge of himself. It's time to seek refuge in a new dawn and reclaim the mind they tried to block away. Let's get into the truth.
The Bible calls the rulers of this world under the name beasts. 4 great beasts. From Revelation and the book of Daniel. Go back and look at it. To call a human a beast means that they have not evolved yet. To become a human being, they stopped at the level of a beast, starting in the Genesis as a snake. Growing into a dragon and a beast in Revelations. And they become the teachers. So the Bible said the mark of the beast was in our forehead and in our hands. Walk the streets and see if you don't see bestiality. How could you drive by and shoot? The gun may be defective, and they bring stuff in your community that ain't right, so you can't shoot straight. But you think you got protection, you shooting at this man, end up killing a baby over here. That's bestiality, brother. What mark is in your head where an old man can go to the grocery store and you see him coming out with his groceries hobbling? You don't offer to help him to his car. You beat him down and you take his money. And he asks you, why are you doing this to me? Lou Palmer, a black man who stood in this city, was on the radio preaching to us to make us a better, more conscious people. And in his old age, he walks the street, and a young man came up and tried to rob him and knocked him down. And he said, but I'm Lou Palmer. Nigga, I don't give a damn who you are. What kind of mark is in your forehead? What kind of mark is in your hands? You're worse than a dog, because a dog will protect its young. Go around the female dog when she has her pups. She don't know you. See her growl and don't come too close, because in the nature of life, she will protect the young. But look at you. Look at you. You bring a strange man in the house while your young daughters are growing up, coming into puberty. That wicked-minded man is romancing you, and as he's dancing with you, he's looking at your daughter. You got to go to work while that man sits around looking at the TV. And your fine-looking daughter, whose breasts are bigger than yours, and she's 11 and 12 years old, because she's loving it. Eating at McDonald's and eating at Wendy's and eating at Pepe's and eating in all these fast food joints. It tastes good. But what's happening to your child? Some of you older people in here, you had your cycle at 12, 13, and 14. Now these children are having their cycle at 9 years old with a Barbie doll in one hand and a maxi pad in another. Know how to protect themselves, and you are not there to protect them. Most of our women have been abused by an uncle, a father, grandfather, cousin, brother. There's no sanctity here for young girls. And sometimes the mother is so damn weak that even when the daughter would tell her what the man did, she'll make excuses for the man. You've lost your sense of protection. And the man don't give a damn about protecting you no more. He don't have it in him no more. he's become a beast in human form, or what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad called a savage that has lost the knowledge of himself and is living the life of a beast. See? That's bestial for President Bush and Donald Rumsfeld and Colin Powell and the boys to see a toothless tiger in Iraq, but see the second largest oil reserve on the planet, and then go and drop bombs and call it awe and shock on innocent people under the pretext that he had weapons of mass destruction. And now our children are over there, black, white, and brown, dying for nothing. They have every right to kick an occupier out of their land. That's right. That's right. As Malcolm would say, by any means necessary. You got a beast at the top. You got beasts on the police force. You got beasts in politics. You got beasts in education. See you rising too fast, drop a lug on you, blow your mind. Yes, sir. Yesterday's New York Times, black men coming out of prison. That's right. White men coming out of prison have a better chance of getting a job than a black man coming out of prison. And they got a better chance of a black man who never been to prison. I didn't write it. There's a beast out here somewhere. And they've made you like themselves. You need somebody to raise you from that condition. I seek refuge in the Lord of the dawn from the mischief of created things. The last thing I'm going to talk about is food. You have to eat. That's natural to sustain your life. Some of us are learning how to eat better. Oh no, I won't touch that. Thank you very much. I'm healthy now because I have changed my diet. Are you really? Are you really? You made a right step, you changed your diet. But who's in control of food production? Not you. Not me, not us. So let's kill them through the food. We grow the food. We have to get it to the market. By the time it gets to the market, it'll be rotten. So let's put it in some solution. It looks good at the supermarket. We pluck the fruit just before it's ripe, and we got to get it from California and Florida to Chicago and Detroit. So let's put a little dye in it, make it look orange, make it look yellow, make the banana look yellow. Let's fix the meat and make it look red and bright. And then you eat it, and all of a sudden, in the 40s and the 50s, cancer was a white man's disease. Now we own it. Lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer. We're dying and don't even know why. It's coming through what you eat and who's producing it for you.
We talk about eating healthy, but do we really know what's on our plate? We've traded our kitchens for fast food joints, and our children are paying the price. When 9-year-olds are starting their cycles with a Barbie doll in one hand and a maxi pad in the other, something is fundamentally broken in our biology. Minister Louis Farrakhan points out a terrifying reality. Cancer used to be a white man's disease, but now we own it. It's coming through the dye in our oranges, the chemicals in our meat, and the preservatives that keep rotten food looking fresh in the supermarket. They've programmed us to supersize our own destruction while we're too depressed to care. We've been devalued as human beings, so we don't even bother with a checkup. We're waddling through life, devalued and depressed, while the food we eat is being used as a weapon to strip us of our vitality. If you don't control the production of your food, you don't control your life. It's not just a meal, it's a battlefield. And right now, we're losing.
There's a little video called Super Size Me. I don't know whether you saw it, but a man ate McDonald's for 30 days and damn near died.